Hey, I'm so glad you're back. I've been trying to figure out where to begin with this map that we found of the abandoned house, but I'm stumped. There's an X and an undisclosed location and some kind of trail, but that's it. There must be some sort of message on here telling us where to go first, but I can't figure it out. That's it. A message. I bet today's lesson on theme can help us. Mia, get in here. Today we'll be learning about theme in fiction. By the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to define and understand a theme, identify themes in stories, and analyze how elements of a story can contribute to the theme. Do you have your PDF ready to take notes? Terrific! Let's get back to our adventure. Aha! Something appeared on the map when we said theme. It looks like the first stop is something that looks like a turtle? Is that a rabbit? Where would you go to find a turtle and a rabbit? Ooh, I know. What about that animal shelter where Aunt Muriel got Chewbacca? Aesop's animals? They have all kinds of creatures. Let's go. Phew, made it. What are we supposed to find here? Ah, look, there's something glowing on the roof of that doghouse. It says, what is theme? What is theme? Oh my Chewbacca, today's lesson! We must have to learn about theme to unlock the next part of the map. Let's try to answer this question. Theme is the bigger lesson or truth that comes from a story. While the plot is about what happens to the characters, the theme is about what it all means and how it connects to the real world. Theme is the universal idea, lesson, or message that the author wants to teach the reader. Universal means something that can be applied to lots of people or situations. You can ask yourself some big questions to help you find the theme of a story. You might ask, what did the characters learn? How did they change or grow? Why did they act the way they did or make certain decisions? What's different at the end of the story? What message stays with you when the story ends? Wait a minute, our map. That's not a turtle and a rabbit. That's a tortoise and a hare from Aesop's fables. You ever hear that story? That guy is constantly trying to teach us a lesson. Wait a minute, his stories all have themes. Let's recap the tale and see if identifying its theme will help us unlock the next stop on our map. So, there's this bustling forest, right? And in it, this hare could not stop bragging about how fast he was. On top of that, he kept making fun of the tortoise, calling him a slowpoke. One day, Tortoise had enough of Hare's trash talk and challenged him to a race. Hare rocketed off, leaving Tortoise in the dust. But Hare was so full of himself, he took a nap mid-race, sure that he'd still win. Meanwhile, Tortoise plodded along steady and sure, and when Hare woke up from his snooze fest, he was floored to see Tortoise reaching the finish line. Talk about an underdog victory, huh? Hare learned an important lesson and stopped making fun of Tortoise after that. What an ending! Let's use some of the theme questions to help us figure out the meaning of the story. What did the characters learn? Well, it seems like the hare learned that he shouldn't be so overconfident and arrogant in his abilities. The tortoise also showed the hare that it's not always about speed, but about the approach. Even though he was slower, he kept going and ultimately won. What message from the story could we apply to our own lives? I'm thinking the story teaches us about determination and persistence. Success often comes to those who persevere and put forth effort, instead of those who rush into things. Did you see that? The map just revealed our next stop. We must have unlocked something by identifying the theme. It appears to be a cloud with a building on top of it. Do you think it has to do with our story, Shadows over Celestia? I left it at home. Let's make like the tortoise and the hare and race to my house. How'd you beat me here? You took a second to look at your GPS to find the shortest route instead of just rushing off. Smart. You really are like the tortoise. Okay, let me find that book. Here we go. What do you think we need to do to unlock the next part of the map? Well, we've talked about characters, setting, plot, conflict, and foreshadowing in this story. Do you think we need to use those elements to help us analyze the theme of the story? Brilliant! Remember our cast of characters, protagonists Zara and Kai, as well as antagonist Magnus. They live in Celestia. One day, Kai's Lumina flower starts glowing, foreshadowing that something major will happen. The main conflict arises when one of Magnus's inventions goes awry. Let's think back to our theme questions. Pause the video for a moment to see if we can answer some of these questions. You can do this in your guided notes, and when you're ready, meet me back here. Welcome back. How'd you do with the questions? Fantastic work. Let's discuss. I'm seeing a theme of finding balance between our desires and their effects. Magnus learns that he needs to be more responsible with his experiments and teaches us to think about how our actions affect those around us. What's this? It looks like we just unlocked something else. The map's almost finished. Is that the local library by the X marks the spot? Whoa, remember last lesson we found the map behind a painting of some mysterious books in an abandoned library. If that isn't a hefty piece of foreshadowing, I don't know what is. Let's skedaddle back to where our story all began. We're here. The map led us to the library's oldest section. Look at these ancient books. Wait a minute. There's a space with a book missing. And there's a hidden key. And look, there's a little note with it. It says, "A real treasure opens the mind." Maybe the key is the treasure? Is there a lock or a door around here? Oh, over there. There's a door behind the bookshelf. Should we see where it leads? Wow, look at this place. It's a hidden writing room. It's the perfect place to start writing your own stories. Do you think the map was trying to send us a message? Well, we learned a lot on our journey here. That must be what the map was trying to teach us. The last element of fiction that we needed to write our own stories: theme. Remember, a story's theme is the bigger lesson or truth that comes from a story. By understanding the theme in a story, you'll be able to understand what the author wants to teach you, and you can make connections to real-life situations and ideas. Fiction can be really fun, but it's also an important tool to help inform our worldview. For even more practice, check out the PDF that accompanies today's lesson. I can't believe we did it. We found the treasure. It was right here in our local library where our adventure with Shadows over Celestia began. Sometimes the greatest treasure is the adventure we have along the way. I can't wait for the next one. Thanks for sticking by my side. Until next time, Theme Team. Hey, hey.